Hey guys, welcome to Devrite Technologies. I have to keep a pause on our WhatsApp ChatGPT series because this is an immediate requirement that we have received. We created a video last time. Let me quickly show you that. This one. Send a ChatGPT streaming text response in Microsoft Teams chatbot using Bot Framework Composer. In that particular video, we did not made use of options. That is the data that we can pass from one dialog to another dialog. So we did it without options because we found out to be an easy implementation. So we have a new requirement how to send options and how to return back the data when the dialog ends. So in this video, we'll be doing that approach. So I have opened the streaming Teams bot that we initially developed. And also I'll be opening up the Composer bot in Visual Studio. So let's do that. This is my Composer bot I have opened in Visual Studio. And what I'm going to do is we'll pass options. So we'll follow the documentation again that we have for Bot Framework Composer. In that documentation, they mention how you can send options to your child dialog. So if you remember in our last video of this implementation, we referred this particular documentation, migrate an SDK first bot with waterfall dialogs to Composer. And we were able to achieve that by providing the streaming capability to Microsoft Teams bot. So let's continue the same implementation. So I'll just scroll down to the place where we have options. Okay. I have no idea where this extensions was used, but I believe now we'll be using these extensions. Okay, create a new class within a migrated dialogs folder called booking dialog wrapper. So let's do that. So we have created folder migrated dialogs. Let me add a new class file. So the name is booking dialog wrapper. In my case, it will be streaming dialog wrapper. All right. And this one, component dialog. All right. What else we have? Let me just copy paste this piece of code here. I'll be renaming my constructor and this will be streaming dialog. ID is streaming dialog wrapper. What does it say? There is no argument given that corresponds to the required parameter configuration of streaming dialog. Okay, so I need to pass configuration as well because my streaming dialog has iConfiguration as the constructor parameter. So let's do that. I'm not sure if that is correct, but let's see. All right. Begin dialog. This will be options. So let's see where I can pass the booking details. I think I can keep booking details anywhere in the project, I believe. Yeah. Replace the dialog ID of the migrated dialog being called booking dialog in the example. Okay, if your dialog uses specific type for dialog options, you need to ensure that options object is correctly cast to the type. Booking details in the example above. Okay, so let's do that. What I'll do, I'll create a models folder somewhere here. And let's name that as streaming details. I'm just giving some random name. And here I'll have just one property, that is message. So what I'll be doing, I'll be passing this object as options to my streaming dialog. And here I'm going to cast with the same. So here it will be streaming details. And begin dialog, it will be streaming dialog. All right. And whatever results that we get, we are going to return to the parent dialogs. So that means the dialog that is in the composer bot. You can think it of as a main dialog and its intent is unknown intent. So we'll receive back that property in the unknown intent. Okay. So I think so far this seems to be fine. What else we have in the documentation? Startup configuration. Here I don't see that wrapper class over here. That is fine. After you add the booking dialog class and all its dependencies into Composer bot runtime. Okay, select the flight bot, then enter booking dialog wrapper. The ID defined within our new dialog wrapper class into the text field. Again, let's do that. Earlier we called booking dialog and now we'll be calling streaming dialog wrapper. Let me cross check the name streaming dialog wrapper. Perfect. Now let's make use of options. Let's go to streaming dialog and I only have one step here. That's fine. Let's say options. I'll tap typecast to streaming details. Okay. I have the options now. In order for me to confirm that this data is coming fine, so what I'll do, but how can I pass that data here? Well, I do have options here, one or more options that are passed to the dialog that is called. And it also takes object. It's a key value pair. So let's see how this is being called. Call the migrated dialog. We now need to tell the new action which dialog to call with the new action selected. Select the dialog name and write an expression, then enter booking dialog wrapper, the ID defined with our new dialog wrapper class into the text field. It doesn't mention anything about passing of options. So we need to find a way. What I'll do, let me initialize some properties here. Let's say key is my message because that's the property name I have defined in my class. And value, let's say, okay, I am from composer. I'm just giving this sample value and we'll be displaying this value on the chat window. And also once we return back the same value, we'll see what is the value that is being returned back. Okay. And before starting my implementation, let's send a response. Wait, step context. So I'm displaying this value as soon as I get inside my child dialog, options before, and I'm displaying that message. And after my chat GPT call is completed, what I'll do, I'll send this back. Let's say options dot message. Before sending it back, I'll modify its value. So let's say options dot message equals to, let's say streaming has ended. That's correct. Okay, so this is a message that I'll be sending back to my parent dialog. All right, so let's see what I need to do it here. Property. Properties to store any value written by the dialog that is called. So let's say, let me send it object so that you don't get confused. I'll send the object back. Let's say, okay, dialog dot streaming details. So this is a property that will store my data that will be coming out of this dialog. All right. I have no idea whether this will get succeeded or not, but we have to try. Also, I'm not sure whether I need to initialize this streaming dialog wrapper in my startup.cs class or not. Let's do that. Hopefully it will work or it will not work, but it will not be shown as error. Okay, so far we are good. Let's close this. It's 3980. Let's run it out. Start bot. Oh, one more thing, but let it run first. Perfect. Yeah, what I was saying, I need to display that response, right? That is coming outside of my child dialog. Send a response. And in this case, I'll be selecting dialog dot, where is my last streaming details? That's fine. Let me choose this and modify it here. Streaming details dot message. Hopefully This should work. I'll also append something. Options from options returned from streaming. All right, let's restart. I'll make sure I open this output window. I'll go to Teams. Let's say hi first. Immediately come back here. Okay, NGROC has received my request. Let's hope it is processing it. 200 okay. Perfect, perfect. That's really cool. Options before, I'm from Composer. Hello, how can I assist you today? Options returned from streaming. Streaming has ended. Perfect, perfect. Let's do it again. Hi, I want to see that streaming response. There it is. Okay. Let's say, tell me a story. Tell me a joke. Perfect. That was a quick experiment and it was successful. See you in the next video. Thanks, everyone.